Good afternoon, I'm Josh Velasquez.
And I'm Dylan Davis.
And this is the first episode of the J&D Sports Show. Now, the first topic that we want to get into is the Tony Parker injury. Now, in case you guys missed it, Tony Parker, the point guard from the San Antonio Spurs, late in the game was injured with his left knee. And it didn't look good from the start. He was carried off the court by his teammates, and he was left the game. He did not return. After the game, head coach Greg Popovich was asked about it, and he answered it in Greg Popovich's words, "It's not good." So right then and there, we kind of figured that something was up with Tony Parker, and we weren't quite sure, but now we know that he is out for the rest of the season due to an injury, and he will not return. So if that affects them, we don't know until the next game. But Patty Mills will be replacing Tony Parker. But now that is a solid backup. But now the thing is, who's going to be replacing Patty Mills? Because now you have Patty Mills moving up, and he was a huge spark for coming off the bench. And now he's gone. You don't have a solid person coming off the bench. And it's going to be tough, especially against a hot Houston team. I mean, yes, they did blow them out last game, but the Spurs got blown out before. So now, right now, if the Houston have outscored the Spurs by 2 points, it's not a huge game. Especially since both games have been blowouts. It's any man games, but let's see how it is. And I mean, it's hopefully they can bounce back. And I mean, hate to see a player get injured, and let's just see how it turns out.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Tonys, we have a very popular guy, Tony Romo, who has recently tried basketball, and now he's continuing in the sports world, and now he is going to golf.
Yes, he's actually going to be trying to qualify for the U.S. Open, and that kind of just proves right there that he is done with football. I mean, yeah, he said 99% done, but I mean, just by qualifying or trying to qualify, it just proves that, I'm done with football, and I'm enjoying golf now. And I mean, he's going to be doing broadcasting. Let's see what else he's going to do.
He's, Tony Romo's a guy we all know. Either you love him or you hate him. He's a terrific athlete, not only just in football, but he's showed his skills everywhere else. And I'm kind of excited to see how he does in golf. And I just think he's just enjoying his life, going on from football. And a lot of people are either they're upset he retired or they are just glad to see him go. So I'm just glad to see that he's enjoying his free time and doing something cool in sports.
Speaking of Tony Romo, his former team, the Dallas Cowboys, as you know, number one hater is Stephen A. Smith. He just now admitted that the Dallas Cowboys are America's team. And I was shocked to see that, because usually Stephen A. does not admit anything like that. So I was he probably said some crap about them afterwards, but still, just Stephen A. Smith said that the Dallas Cowboys are America's team.
Yep.
I was shocked though. But talking about Tony Romo and broadcasting, another quarterback just now is trying to go in broadcasting. That's Jay Cutler.
Oh yeah.
He's just flying in to try to replace Lynch in the Fox broadcasting. So that's two quarterbacks this season who's leaving football to go in broadcasting. Let's see how it turns out. But out of those two, Jay Cutler and Tony Romo, which one do you think was going to have a better broadcasting career?
Romo's had more of I want to say he's had a little more experience with the game with many different things. They're both the all-time passing leaders in each of their franchises they're in. But obviously Dallas being America's team, things like that. Tony Romo's kind of got more of a reputation, if you will. But the one thing I'm excited to see is that there's two quarterbacks who are from, recent day NFL. It's not like back then, you got Troy Aikman and stuff. So you got guys that can give you more in-depth analysis of today's game, how it's played today.
Yeah, because it's just different. Tony Romo, especially Tony Romo and Troy being the same team, so we can use the same thing. But yeah, Tony Romo was playing quarterback is totally different from when Troy Aikman played quarterback. Totally different. But a lot of people said that the talks they've had with Tony Romo have been just so intelligent, and he can break down football, and he can understand defenses, especially since he's played these defenses against these defenses. So he's gonna know how like why this quarterback decided to do that, like
Yeah.
what he thinks, because a lot of when they do that, when they're calling in audibles, he's probably going to think, oh, I bet you he's going to do an audible to one through the sixth, or something like that. I mean, it's going to be a solid. Jay Cutler's another one who's going to be good, but out of both of them, I think Tony Romo will have a better broadcasting career. I hope that both of them the best of luck, and I hope they can both do great.
Yep, definitely.
Another thing is now you had Marshawn Lynch joining the Raiders, which was huge. Everyone saw that coming though. And then you had Adrian Peterson going to the Saints, which was another. It's not as surprising. I mean, a lot of people knew he was going to go. A lot of people thought he was going to go to the Patriots, not even the Saints. But just now you have the Jamal Charles going to the division rival, the Denver Broncos. I mean, that's three great, maybe Hall of Fame running backs you're going to be seeing in a different uniform. I mean, it's weird seeing Hall of Fame players in a ending career in a different uniform. It's never. I mean, it's always looks weird. It's never gonna look different. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's see how it turns out. I mean,
I think a lot of people, they've been throwing out all over social media things like that. Who's going to be the leading rusher out of all three? And I think with rushing yards, you're probably going to, in my opinion, Marshawn Lynch. I think he's got the role almost handed to him. I don't think there's a lot of competition with the Oakland Raiders running backs right now. Besides, when they got rid of Murray, that if he would have stayed, then that would have been different.
It would have been kind of like a Dallas Cowboys. You had huge two big horses in the backfield. But you also have to think about the Denver Broncos. Jamal Charles, and I think kind of Jamal Charles is handed the starting running back because I don't think C.J. Anderson and Booker will be able to keep the reins, and I think this is now his time to be the starting running back. And then Adrian Peterson, he won't be a starting running back. They already told he's not going to be the starting running back.
Yeah.
But I think what you were saying before the show was that I believe that he will be the goal line running back, and he's going to be able to be that and the goal line, be able to get past people because he's a more powerful running back than Ingram.
Yep. Yeah, and the question for all of those running backs, because even though Marshawn Lynch doesn't have as much of an injury history as the other two, but they've all battled some sort of injuries in their career, and many of them have ended some of their seasons. So one of the biggest questions in the game, too, is are they all going to stay healthy, or who may get hurt first?
Or who will not get hurt?
Yeah, who will not, who might surprisingly stick it out the whole year.
And as bad as it sounds, who would get hurt first? I mean, you hate asking that question, but
absolutely. Never want to wish injury.
No, you never want to wish injury, but I mean, it's one of the players is most likely going to get hurt. It sucks to say it, but I mean, one of these players will get hurt. I mean, just look at their history. It just proves they're great running backs, but they're at the end of their career, so they're not as strong as they were. But I mean, I hope them the best of the luck. I hope they can do it, but I mean, I agree with you though. I believe that Marshawn Lynch will have the better season just because, I mean, he has not had as much injuries. He's with a young, good team. He has a good defense, and all that he just fits it right. I mean, I don't know if they would do as good, but I mean, because you don't know how Dale Carr will be returning from injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, quarterbacks return from injury, you never know if it's going to be if they're going to be better, if they're going to be more afraid. I mean, look at RG3.
Exactly.
He was a great rookie quarterback. He got injured, and then he's never been the same. He's been afraid to get hit, just because he knew what happened and how he got injured. He did not want that same thing to happen to him, and I just hope that Derek Carr is not like that, and that he can be able to get over the hump of injury and be able to take another hit and keep playing. I mean, it's going to be helpful that he has a Marshawn Lynch to help take the load off of him.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, you never know if it's going to be a strong thing. So we want you guys in the comments to figure out who do you think was going to have the best season and why. Is it going to be Marshawn Lynch? Is it going to be Jamal Charles? Or is it going to be Adrian Peterson? We both here agree that it's going to be Marshawn Lynch. I mean, you guys can disagree with us, but a lot of people do believe that Marshawn Lynch will have the better season just because of what he has or what the Raiders have already and whatnot. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting thing to see. I mean, I just wish the NFL season would get here right now. I mean, we still got months away. I mean, past couple weeks have been getting me really excited for this year's NFL season. But I mean, let's see how they do, because don't forget though, the preseason, anything can happen.
Yep.
I mean, look at last year. Tony Romo went down. Everyone's thought that, oh, Dallas is done, and you had Dak Prescott return. No one saw that coming. No one. I'm a Dallas fan. I did not see that coming. I thought he would do decent. I don't think he would do that. So I mean, you don't know. I mean, if anyone could have a spectacular season, no. Do you think there is a Dak Prescott-like rookie quarterback in this year's draft, or do you not see someone being able to have that luck or be in the NFL ready? I don't think so. I believe a lot of these quarterbacks picked have a stronger and healthier quarterback. I mean, there's a couple quarterbacks that you might think. You have Watson.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Watson, because he's going to be probably, out of all quarterbacks that were drafted this year, I think he's got the best chance in potentially starting, but just getting the most playing time, I would imagine.
Yeah,
possibly.
And then I don't know about the Browns quarterback with Kaiser. I mean, you never know with the Browns. I mean, I hate saying it, but I mean, the Browns are something else. But I mean, I'm hoping the best of luck. I mean, I hate seeing NFL teams and struggle like that. I mean, because they're truly struggling. They're not. No, we're not one of those teams that you can see are tanking. I mean, they're just not getting the thing right. I mean,
the one thing I disagreed with was, you got Gary Barnidge, a great tight end. He could have been. He's probably one of the top, at least 5 or 10 tight ends in the league. He's done really tremendous for a team he's been playing for, the Browns. And the Browns did select a great tight end in O.J. Howard. Very great size. He can run. He can catch. He's a very good tight end. But even though they did well in college, you never know how they're going to produce in the NFL, whether they're going to live up to that or they're not going to. But they made a quick decision, and they got rid of Gary Barnidge before even training camp, before they've seen him in their system, or before they've even seen him play at NFL level. So I think that was a big mistake for one, and also when they let go of Terrell Pryor. Had his first year as a wide receiver, had a 1,000-yard receiving year. Pretty good year. I would love, if I were the Browns, to keep him on the team, but they brought in Kenny Britt from I believe the Rams.
Yes. Speaking of the Browns and not seeing him, look at Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
I mean, he had a spectacular, one of the best college, careers ever. Sadly, he just never turned around. I mean, at least they could have at least traded him. At least, for a time, the Giants could have picked him up.
Yep.
There's a lot of teams that are just tight end that are needed could have easily picked him up.
Yep.
Dallas could have picked him up. I mean, they have Jason Witten, but they got rid of Escobar.
Yep.
You don't know how they're going to be doing with tight ends. I mean, there's always teams that always want tight ends, because you never want just one tight end. That's like having one good receiver. I mean, you want another solid receiver with you. I mean, I think that they got rid of Pryor just because he was asking for too much money, though. I mean,
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, he had one good season, but a lot of people are like, one good season. Does that mean you get a good season every single year? I don't know. I mean, I hope he has a great season. I mean, against when he plays against my team, but I mean,
and he's got a better quarterback throwing to him too. He's got Kirk Cousins. He's got a decent quarterback. I think the Browns. I would honestly give a chance to start Cody Kessler. I think he has some potential. I think he could be a decent NFL quarterback. The injuries are what's battling him in the NFL, today. But I think Cody Kessler has a good chance of being the Browns starter.
And I was shocked with the Browns that they did not sign Josh McCown back.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe that Josh McCown was the better quarterback. He was like the dad of the team, and I like to see it.
True.
He had the most he was the most charismatic. He had the best. He cared the most about football. He was crying when he knew that he wasn't going to play the rest of the season. He wanted to play. He wanted to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. That's whoever wants to see, whoever would hear of that. But I mean, I don't know.
He was very dedicated to it.
He is a very dedicated player. I just hope him the best of luck, and that's just.
He went to the Jets, right? The Jets, I think.
I believe so. I'm not quite sure where he went, but I mean, wherever he goes, I just hope him the best, and let's see where he can go.
And all the rookie class, we wish the best of luck to all the rookies coming in the league. Hopefully they, especially the undrafted guys. I really hope some of the undrafted players, they live way past their potential and they end up emerging as stars and have that
Think
opportunity.
about like Tony Romo. He was an undrafted free agent. He was a quarterback. No one ever saw him. I mean, there's always that diamond in the rough that you just hope that someone finds him, and we both wish him the best of luck. And
Victor Cruz too. He's one of those
Victor
undrafted
Cruz.
guys that just came out of a small town and made his way in. And by the way, he's on the market. So if anyone needs a wide receiver, Victor Cruz is there.
let's be honest. I mean, the team is probably going to find the best undrafted. It's probably going to be the Patriots. Bill
Yeah.
Belichick and what he can do with those undrafted free agents and whatnot is just unbelievable.
And he's looking for another championship.
No.
I mean, so that's
He's gonna want to fill. He already gets all 5. He wants to fill the 6th one with one team. Yes, he does have the other ones with the other teams, but he wants to have the additional 6 with the Patriots.
Yeah.
And that is it for today. And we hope you enjoyed the show. Once again, I'm Josh Velasquez,
And I'm Dylan Davis.
and this was the first episode of the J&D Sports Show. Thanks, and have a good afternoon.